Welcome. Happy Monday. This week, I thought I would stick with the full moon theme since yesterday was the full moon. So we'll explore a bit of Chandra Namaskar today, moon salutes, along with our traditional classical Surya Namaskar. And we'll begin in a comfortable seat. So either finding Sukhasana, legs crossed, or Ardha Padmasana, half lotus. And then begin to sit tall. Take an inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll them back. Shut down the eyes. Begin to engage the abdominal muscles as you keep pulling the shoulders slightly back in space, feeling the whole front and back bodies engage. And then draw the attention to the breath. Just noticing the sensation as you close down the mouth of the breath moving through the nasal passageways, through the back of the throat, as you start to awaken the lungs. Even as you begin to deepen your inhales and exhales, keep the collarbones and shoulders relaxed, letting the chest rise and fall. When you're ready, begin to engage Ujjayi Pranayama, yogic victory breath. And as you tap into your Ujjayi, I'll read a bit about the full moon and how it relates to our yoga practice. So it takes about 30 days for the moon to move through a full phase in the 12 zodiac signs, which means we have a new moon and a full moon about every 2 weeks. And in terms of both astrology and yoga philosophy, the full moon is associated with tapping into inner feelings and emotions, noticing our moods and habits, related with the feminine, the female, the divine, connected to menstruation, the female life cycle, and then on a more subtle body level, to our inner life, the subconscious, our hidden selves. By practicing moon salutes, we can experience more of a cooling, calming effect. With sun salutes, we're working to energize and heat up. So that's where we're headed today. As you keep your Ujjayi breath moving, I'll read 3 questions if you'd like to set an intention based on one of these questions. Questions that yoga philosophy invites us to ask during the full moon period, related to svadhyaya, self-study. What results are you seeking in your life? Is there forgiveness you can offer that you have withheld? And is there gratitude you can access that you have ignored? So once more, results you're seeking in your life, forgiveness you can offer that you've withheld, or gratitude you can access that you've ignored. I'll leave space here to set an intention if you like, related to one of those questions or not. When you have that intention, bring both hands to the belly. Take a long, deep inhale, feel the belly rise, and exhale it out. Open the eyes as we prepare to move. Bring both hands to the knees. Begin to take circles, bringing the chest forward and all the way back, but keep the sits bones rooted here. You can make these as fast or slow as you like. The next time you come through center, switch the direction. Take that shape the opposite way. Good. And begin to slow those circles down, coming back to your tall seat. Eventually feeling shoulders stack right back over hips. And then bring your hands behind you, fingers pointed toward your body. Take an inhale, lift the chest up, straighten through the arms. You can stay here, or you can try lifting the hips off the mat for a gentle back bend as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Option to release head and neck back. A couple breaths here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release. And then draw the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Thumbs to the soles of the feet, and then pull your heels as close to the body as you can. Take an inhale, chest forward of the shoulders. Exhale, lean forward, our first forward fold. Let the hips fall out to the sides, and then keep reaching the top of the head forward. To deepen your fold, strongly contract the abdominal muscles. Soften the face, relax the back of the neck. Good. With your next inhale, sit all the way up and extend both legs wide for Upavishta Konasana. Option to take a blanket and slide it under the sits bones here. So we're warming up facing the long edge of our mat because moon salutes, we face the long edge here. Begin to flex both of your toes, engaging all the muscles in your legs, and we'll find some dynamic movement. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, right forearm, right thigh, left arm overhead. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, left forearm, left thigh, right arm overhead. Continue on your breath, slow and steady. Each time you inhale and lift the arms, option to lift the gaze. So we're finding a side bend here rather than a back bend. Janu Shirshasana variation. Good. Keep rolling the top shoulder back every time you bend. The next time you bend right, we'll hold here, right forearm to right thigh, left arm overhead. Option to reach the right arm inside your right leg, walk the fingers toward the arch of your foot, but make sure you're not collapsing through the left shoulder. One more inhale. Exhale, drop the gaze, walk the hands forward for a deeper forward fold. Tent up on the fingertips, tuck the chin, and begin to open through the shoulder blades. Keep those toes flexed. One more inhale. Exhale, walk the hands to the left forearm to left thigh, and then sweep the right arm over the ear, side bend left. We'll hold here a few breaths. Pull your right shoulder back, maybe gaze turns up. Option to slide left arm inside the left leg, walking fingers toward the sole of the foot. One more inhale. Exhale, sit up and roll over into tabletop pose. Coming to hands and knees. Spreading fingers nice and wide. And then toes can be tucked or untucked here. Begin to straighten through the arms, lifting up through the shoulders as you press shins and palms down. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, Marjarasana. Exhale, tuck and round, Bitilasana. This time, inhale, arch to the right shoulder and hip to the right. Exhale through center. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, arch left. A few more rounds on your breath, cow-cats or side to side. Continue to keep your ujjayi moving, starting to build some heat. Good. Finish up one more round, side to side. And we'll meet back in neutral tabletop. We'll take a vinyasa sequence, moving from tabletop, child's pose, and down dog. From your tabletop, inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, forward, lower the knees, tabletop. Exhale, hips back for child's pose. Inhale through hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, balasana. Continue on your breath. 4 or 5 more rounds like this. Really elongating your movement. Take the full breath to reach the next shape. Good. Throughout our practice today, you're welcome to find any of these 3 resting shapes whenever you like. The next time you find down dog, we'll hold here. And when you do find your down dog, maybe walking feet back slightly so that hands and feet are the full distance apart. Same distance you'll have for plank pose. With your next inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale up and back. This time, inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. We'll hold here, Ashtanga Namaskar. See if you can draw your elbows back so far they touch your rib cage. Shift your gaze forward. Really press your toes to the mat. With an inhale, slide forward. Hover palms and knees, cobra pose. One more inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, gaze between the thumbs. Exhale, tiptoe toward the hands, drawing the weight to the shoulders as you lift the hips high. We'll meet in Uttanasana, forward fold. Clasp the opposite elbows and begin to gently sway left and right as you keep drawing the weight to the toes. With each exhale, strongly pull the belly in and up. Notice how that shifts the weight forward, opening through the hamstrings. And with your next exhale, let the arms go. Spread the toes wide. Bend the knees and begin to roll up, keeping the feet and legs active. Really press the floor away with the feet. Head and shoulders rise up last. We'll meet in Tadasana, mountain pose. So we'll take a couple rounds of slow classical Surya Namaskar before we move to Chandra Namaskar, moon salutes. With an inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, shoulders back. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward to plank. Lift the belly up. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, elbows to ribs. Inhale, slide forward, classical cobra. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, Lift the chest. Good. Exhale, step up quietly and fold. Inhale to rise, slight back bend at the top. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward. Press the heels back. Exhale, lower. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, forward. Hover the palms. Exhale, back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward. Inhale, sink the hips. Exhale, step up quietly and fold. Inhale to rise, reach the fingers high. Exhale, heart center. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, step up and fold. Inhale to rise, slight back bend. Exhale, heart center. Last side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, lower, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise, lift the gaze. Exhale, heart center and release. Come back to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Shut down the eyes and take 5 long, deep breaths, just noticing how you feel. Whole body engaged, face is soft. Good. Open the eyes and bring the hands to the hips. Take a big step back to face the long edge of your mat. Toes out, heels in. So we'll start our Chandra Namaskar with goddess pose. Press firmly through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, bend knees and elbows. Adjust your stance if you need. We'll hold a few breaths. Elbows at shoulder height. Imagine someone pushing your palms back. Utkatta Konasana. Good. If knees are rolling in, you can turn your toes slightly closer together. Tuck the tailbone. Good. With an inhale, reach the arms up, straighten legs. Exhale, bend the right knee. Warrior 2 to the right. Rotate your back foot, reach your arms wide, and turn your gaze to the right fingers. Again here, tuck the tailbone underneath and really press through the outer edge of your left foot. Good. Soften the gaze, shoulders right over hips. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach right arm forward and bend for triangle. If you like a block under the hand, you can use that here, or right hand to the leg, or maybe fingers reaching straight down. Either way, left shoulder stacks. Pull the chin to the chest, flattening through the backside. Trikonasana. Good. Good shoulder alignment. One more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame your right foot, runner's lunge. Pop up on your back heel. You can rock forward and back if you like. Back leg is straight and active here. One more inhale, find some stillness. Exhale, lower the back knee for low lunge. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, settle in, Anjalayasana. Press strongly through the front big toe. Option to untuck back toes for a deeper opening in the left hip. The lower back arched, pull the belly in, lifting through the spine. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the left palm, reach the right arm high, pop up on the back toes. Parivrita Parsvakonasana, revolved side angle. Let the hips drop, pull your right hip in, and press your left heel back. Good. Keep reaching top of the head forward. One more inhale. Exhale, walk both hands to the long edge of your mat, wide-legged forward fold. Adjust the distance between your feet if you need. Prasarita Paritonasana. Inhale, half lift up on the fingers. Exhale, fold. And then bring your hands between your legs, fingers pointed away from you, walking your palms as far back off the mat as you can. Feeling the hips lift higher, strongly pulling the belly in. Good. This is another headstand variation for those exploring headstands in your home practice. You can also catch flight this way, pressing through the palms as you lift the feet. Next inhale, half lift, chest up. Exhale, walk the hands to frame your left foot. Plant your right palm and reach your left arm high. Revolve side angle, second side. Back heel is lifted. Press strongly through the left foot. Parivrita Parsvakonasana. Left shoulder stacked right on top of right. Good. Keep your ujjayi moving. One more inhale. Exhale, plant both palms, lower the right knee for runner's lunge. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, settle in. So you're probably facing the back of your mat now. That means you're right on track. Pressing into the left big toe. Option to untuck your right toes, planting the top of the foot. One more inhale. Exhale, plant both palms, runner's lunge. Pop up on the back toes here. Option to rock forward and back slightly, stretching through the hips. From here, we'll be moving toward triangle from the ground up, a little more dynamic. One more inhale. Find stillness. Exhale, plant the back foot 90 degrees. Begin to straighten your left leg as you move toward triangle, reaching right arm high, left arm down. Good. Tuck your tailbone, pull your chin to the chest. Both legs are straight and active. Trikonasana. We'll rise up to warrior two. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bend the left knee, gaze to the left, and settle in. Virabhadrasana 2. Pull your belly in and up, reach the fingers wide, relax the shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, toes out, heels in, face the long edge of your mat. Inhale, both arms high, star pose. Exhale, goddess, bending knees and elbows, and we'll hold here. You're welcome to come out at any time. For a little more intensity, you can lift one or both heels, but keep that tailbone tucked. Good. Each exhale, maybe feeling the sits bones lower a bit more as the quads grow strong. With an inhale, rise up, star pose. Exhale, hands to hips. Heel toe your feet together and step to the top of the mat. We'll take crescent standing moon. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, bend right, and then pull your left shoulder and left hip back. Finding a side bend here rather than a back bend. Maybe pushing that left hip out a little more, deepening the bend. Inhale, rise through center, gaze up. Exhale, bend left. Right shoulder, right hip back. Press through both feet. Good. Send that right hip out a little more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Let that go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, roll forward on the toes. Exhale, lower halfway or to the belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Hold here about 5 breaths. You're welcome to find child's pose instead. If you're in down dog, send your heels toward the mat, flatten through the palms, and lift up through the shoulders. If the belly and ribs are splaying out, knit them in, lifting up right behind the navel, and then soften the neck and face. If you found child's pose, back in down dog when you're ready. With an inhale, gaze between the thumbs. Exhale, step or float forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms out and up. Exhale, release. We'll take one more round of Chandra Namaskar, but on the breath. From Tadasana, reaching fingers down, close down the eyes for a moment. We'll read those 3 questions related to the full moon, coming back to intention if you set one. What results are you seeking in your life? Is there forgiveness you can offer that you have withheld? Is there gratitude you can access that you have ignored? This time, moving through Chandra Namaskar on the breath with that intention at heart center. Open the eyes, hands to hips. Inhale, big step back, long edge of the mat, toes out. Next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Inhale, star pose, straighten arms and legs. Exhale, warrior two to the right. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle, left arm high. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the palms, runner's lunge. Pop the back heel. Inhale and runner's lunge. Exhale, lower left knee. Inhale, both arms high, low lunge. Exhale, plant the left palm, right arm high, lift the left knee. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to the long edge of the mat, wide-legged fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the hands under the legs, fingers away from you. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right hand inside left foot. Lift the left arm high, revolve side angle. Inhale, reach through left fingers. Exhale, lower right knee, plant both palms. Inhale, both arms high, low lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge, pop the back heel, lift the back knee. One more inhale here. Exhale, plant the right foot, moving toward triangle. Inhale, right arm high, both legs straight. Exhale here. Inhale to rise, reach the arms wide. Exhale, bend the left knee, warrior two. Inhale, both arms high toward the long edge of the mat. Exhale, goddess pose, bending elbows and knees, and we'll hold here about 10 breaths. Adjust the distance between your feet. Option to try lifting one or both heels. Good, tuck that tailbone. Really press through the inner edges of the feet as well, as you keep rolling the knees back. Utkatta Konasana. Maybe shutting down the eyes, noticing how this changes balance. A couple more breaths, wrapping up Chandra Namaskar. With your next inhale, straighten arms and legs, star pose. Exhale, hands to hips, heel toe the feet in, and step to the top of the mat. Once more, we'll take crescent standing moon. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, bend to the right. Maybe gaze up under the left armpit. Pull your left hip and shoulder back. Good, push that left hip out. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, bend left. Right shoulder and hip back. Reach through the arms. Good. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, swan dive forward. Bring your feet hips distance apart if they're not already. Catch the big toes with the first two fingers. And with an inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Padangusthasana. Take a few rounds of breath here, letting elbows splay out as you keep sending the hips up over the ankles. Come back to that intention if you set one, just noticing the effects of moon salutes. With an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Toes out, heels in, and sit the hips back from Malasana, yogi squat. Option to use a block or blanket here. Palms can be on the mat or at heart center. If the thumbs are at heart center, use the elbows to open the hips out to left and right. Keep lifting up through the spine as you relax the shoulders down and back. And you can stay right here. If you'd like to work at crow pose, Bakasana, I'll talk us through that. To move toward crow, plant your palms shoulder distance apart, fingers nice and wide. Lift the hips up, straightening legs, bringing your feet right behind your hands. And begin to bend the knees, drawing knees into elbow crease, armpit creases, but without letting elbows splay out. Gaze and chest have to be forward and up to find your balance here. Begin to bend the elbows like yoga push-up arms, maybe lifting one or both sets of toes. Eventually, big toes come to touch as you keep pulling your gaze several feet forward of your mat. From there, you can begin to straighten the arms more as you pull the heels toward the perineum. Few rounds of breath to explore your crow. If you're finding knees are coming outside of shoulders, see if you can bring them into the armpits in a spot that doesn't cause too much discomfort. And in order to fully catch flight, you do have to bend the elbows quite a lot here. Just like chaturanga. Good. Keep lifting, gaze up. A couple more breaths. When you've had enough with Bakasana, we'll come back to our yogi squat. Good effort. We'll take a wrist stretch here, wringing out the wrists, bringing backs of the hands together, fingers pointed down, and then just gently press the hands back and forth. Let that go. And then replant the palms, send the hips high, and step back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Option to hold here or move through a flow with me. If you're flowing, inhale forward to plank, exhale lower chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take 2 deep breath cycles here, smoothing out your ujjayi. One more inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, lower to the knees, and make your way to a seat on the mat. Extending both legs long, drawing legs together. Option to slide a blanket underneath or use the hands to pull the flesh out from underneath you. We'll take a hip opener exercise with a few different options here. To begin, bend your right knee, catch outside your right foot, and pull that right knee towards your armpit. Once you find that, see if you can sit tall again, rather than collapsing through the back. Option to put left palm on the left thigh here, just to remind you to keep that leg engaged. Good. You can stay right here. Option to draw the right leg toward the torso, wrapping left arm around as well, to create kind of a cradle for your leg. Begin to take hip circles. It's okay if the back rounds a bit here. Couple more rounds like this. And you can stay here. To move toward an arm balance, option to use your left hand, pick up your right foot, and bring your right shoulder any amount underneath your right knee. So maybe it just comes onto the top of your bicep. Maybe you get your whole shoulder, your deltoid, right under the knee. From there, you can plant your right palm on the mat, maybe keeping that left hand on your right foot. If you're feeling stable with that leg over the shoulder, you can try planting your left palm as well. Both palms are planted as you pull your chest forward, working to lift your sits bones any amount off the mat. Maybe your left heel just lifts off the mat, maybe your left leg, maybe your whole buttocks begins to lift. Bhujapadasana, shoulder squeezing pose. If you lift, really lift your gaze and chest forward, just like crow pose. Good. A couple more breaths wherever you're at. Eventually lowering the sits bones if they lifted. And then unhook your shoulder, bringing right hand outside your right foot once more. Pull it back in, sitting tall. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Tap out the legs. Good effort there. Then we'll take the second side. For most of us, this will be more accessible one side or the other. So just noticing what it feels like. Bending left knee, bringing left hand outside left foot, and then pull the left knee toward the armpit. From here, draw the belly in, sit as tall as you can. Option to put right palm on the right thigh, reminding you to keep that right leg active. And you can stay right here, shooting bow pose. Option to reach the right arm around the foot as well, cradling the leg, and taking those hip circles as you try to draw your shin towards your chest. If you're someone with tight hips, doing this exercise daily can really help with hip mobility in yoga and in general. And then you can stay right here to try Bhujapadasana, shoulder squeezing pose. And take your right hand outside your left foot as you begin to work your left shoulder under your left knee, any amount. With time, you might find it right on top of the shoulder. Maybe today it's on the bicep. If you feel stable, you can try planting your left palm on the mat. Maybe continue holding on to the foot with the right hand. Option to plant the right palm outside your right hip, just letting that left leg hang over the shoulder. From here, engage your abdominal muscles, pull your chest and gaze forward. Try lifting that right heel, right leg, or maybe all the way to the right buttocks. And if the leg slips off, you can use your hand to pull it back up on the shoulder. A couple breaths more to play with your expression. Eventually, making your way back to a seat if you lifted, and then removing your left shoulder from under your knee. Catch outside your left foot with the hand, and once more draw the left knee toward the left armpit. Sit tall. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Shake that out, and then open the legs wide, coming back to Upavishta Konasana. Find a counter pose here for the hips. Flex your toes strongly. Fingers in front of you. Lift up through the spine. Deep inhale, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, walk the hands forward any amount. You can rest on elbows, bringing the chin to the fists, maybe coming down to forearms. Or if you're very open, option to reach for the big toes with the first two fingers. Intense wide angle pose. We're striving more to keep the back long, reaching the head forward, rather than crunching the head toward the ground here. If you notice your toes turning in, you've probably hit your edge with a fold. With an inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold once more. Keep those toes flexed. Next inhale, sit all the way up. Exhale, bring the legs together and make your way to the back, however you like. Coming to rest all the way on the back body. And then bend the knees, drawing legs together. Legs at a 90-degree angle here, soles of the feet pointing away from you. Bring both hands behind the head, but without interlacing fingers. We'll take some yoga bicycles for our final core work here. Open the elbows nice and wide, shoulders on the mat to start. Throughout our core work, see if you can keep the elbows this wide, even when you twist. Take an inhale, exhale it out. Next inhale, bring right elbow to left knee, straighten right leg, crunch. Inhale through center, leave shoulders off the mat. Exhale, left elbow, right knee, straighten left leg. Continuing on your breath through our yogic bicycles, slow and steady to build strength. Keep your chest open. Keep opening through the elbows. Good. You're welcome to stop whenever you've had enough. We'll leave space for about 5 more rounds each side. Make sure you're not holding breath here. The further forward you straighten and extend your leg, the more intensely you'll feel this in the core. You're still going. Take 1 more round each side. And then let that go. Send the soles of the feet toward the ceiling for happy baby. Ananda Balasana. Feel the abdominals relax. You can find stillness in your happy baby or rock and roll. We're making our way towards Shavasana. I'll leave space here for any last asana you need, any other movements that are calling to you. And wherever you're at, bring that intention back to heart center if you set one. And as we're heading towards Shavasana, we'll read a quote by Kimia Madani about the moon that always reminds me of what I love about yoga. She writes this: "There was nothing her soul loved more than the moon. The moon, because even though it was always going, it would always come back. The moon, because even in its shrinking and growing, its waxing and its waning, there was never any doubt that it would become full again." As you settle into your Shavasana shape, finding any clothing or props you'd like. If legs are extended long, letting feet splay out to the sides. Shut down the eyes. Keep the mouth closed down. With your next exhale, turn off your Ujjayi pranayama. Let the belly relax. Let the breath grow soft and shallow. Trust that the ground beneath you can hold your physical body as you draw inward towards your energetic self. I'll chant us into Shavasana today with 3 rounds of Om, the universal sound of nature. With each round, let my voice grow soft and distant as you settle in. Om.
Om, Om Haro, Om Hari, Om Haru, Om Harai, Om Harao, Om, Om Harai, Om Harao, Om Hari, Om Harai, Om
hara, au, om. Take a long, deep inhale. Let the belly rise, filling with air. Then exhale it out. Taking notice, tuning in to any effects of your practice, mind, body, and energetic body. Remembering you'll bring those with you when you leave your mats. Yoga on our mats, just practice and preparation for the rest of our time. When you're ready, find tiny movements in fingers and toes, gently awakening the neck. And in your own time, find a full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead, enjoying that sensation of just waking up. Eventually drawing the knees and take a few deep rounds of breath in the fetal position on the right side body. When you're ready to bring head above heart, we'll meet back in a comfortable seat. As you find your seat, tuning into that balance of lifting up through the spine and head and rooting down through the sits bones and hips. With an inhale, bring palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra. The light within me honors and respects the light within each of you. Thank you. Mil gracias.
Thanks,